Hello, fellow agents. Pardon the lack of extra lighting. I got a headache today, so I'm just leaving it off. We're going to do Germany, Berlin, Silent Assassin suit only. This is loosely based on the famous Mr. Freeze 2244, but because I'm slower than he is, see, I have it here, things change differently. We're going to start off at the bus stop, which is where everybody starts off if you've never played this mission. And we're going to do it on casual. Why make it more complicated for ourselves? This will give you 12,000 XP mastery points. So we're going to go ahead and run. I'm going to try to explain things as I go along as quickly, but as well as I can, so that you don't get confused. You see, there's 5 targets here that we need to take out, but there's 10 in total. Just for like a little backstory on this area. Every second counts, you see, because one of our targets, you know how everybody's on a schedule, how everybody's walking around, and if you take 3 seconds too long, there can be a target that walked past a chandelier, let's say a little too quick, right? And now we've got to completely improvise on that. So just skip that little cutscene that was there. Crouch down, get behind this rock. We'll wait for our first victim to emerge from the shadows. That little red thing means that he's a target. He's basically revealing himself to you.
No, I haven't seen so much.
We're gonna go ahead and snap his neck. Make sure that you go ahead and loot his silenced handgun and pick up his little earpiece. This is actually how we're going to manage to keep track of the other people. Switch over to your camera so that you don't get, followed there. Now, as you can see, we can't see them on the map because it's like our first time being here. When you play later on, you'll be able to see where the targets are. So make sure you stand up and run. Don't crouch because, like I said, every little second makes a big difference. Get behind this little car, pick up the brick.
I never do, Joe. We'll find them. We're all in position.
Good.
Now they're going to say that you can't go here. We don't care about that. Because we are going to go up here. And we're going to vault over the wall. Make sure you stand up again. Keep jogging. Run, run, run. Over here, now start crouching. You'll be spotted slightly. Pick up this crowbar. Now the guy on our right is going to start walking down. We're going to chuck a brick in the bushes. And we're going to lure him in there. And then we're going to beat him senseless. And kill him in the bushes. But before we do that, there is something I need to do very quickly before I go crazy. And that's the dialogue volume. It's just too flippin' loud for me. Okay. He's like, hey, what's going on there? Switch to your crowbar. You can either throw it at his head or walk behind him and knock him out. It doesn't really matter. Go ahead and snap his neck, give him the chiropractic treatment. Just make sure that you kind of hurry up, because time is not necessarily on our side. Just keep running this way. There's 2 little guys on the right. Don't worry about them. Now over here, what we're going to do is probably save our game and switch over to a non-illegal item as well. We could technically go through those doors and break them open, but we don't want to do that. We're going to hop over that wall where the graffiti is. We're going to hide behind a corner near a toilet stall, and we're going to use our instinct button so that we can see where a disco ball is, and we're going to have it land on his head. And because it's an accidental kill, we don't have to hide the body, and you're still going to get the green guns crossing barrels there next to the mini-map so that you get your silent assassin part of this here. So it's very important. And if he ends up walking by and it's too late, I'll show you what ends up happening after. So let's just vault over here. Stand up. Run. There's our target right there. Go over this little bridge. Now hide in here, in this little wee corner. See him there with the white dot? He's coming. So what you're going to want to do is pull out your silenced gun. You're going to hit R1 and you're going to see the shadow, obviously, of this disco ball. You can actually shoot the disco ball. Wait for the guy on the right. Here we go. Right about now. Bop. We got rid of him. Next, if he walks by, he goes to the bar, he'll eventually come over here. See that disco ball? You can get him there if you end up screwing it up. Now, we're going to retrace our steps slightly, and we're going to run in here. Run, run, run. Every second counts. Walk in here. You're going to turn this off and turn it right back on immediately because you don't want other people to start coming in. This is just to distract the person that's right outside to come in and fall victim to our trap. Go ahead, knock him out. Make sure you do not kill him. Stuff him in a box. Now, here's what's going to happen, okay? So right in front of us there, we got a wall next to that little light. We're going to end up chucking a wrench at one of the targets that we need to take out. We're going to want to throw it when he's the nearest NPC to us so that he ends up being the one that comes in here. In the unlikely event that, this gets screwed up, again, you could save the game actually right here. I'm going to go ahead and do that, even though I technically don't need to. Make sure you save, because if things go wonky, you can improvise. Sometimes he ends up going to the right eventually. There's also a chandelier or like a structure at the top. Same thing with straight up ahead down that hallway in front of us. You can technically take him out there if you're slick enough. Let's just do this. See how our target's right there and there's a couple of NPCs coming? Start getting ready to throw, but also hold down your thing here. Wait for it. He's not the nearest NPC to us right now. He's going to eventually come out and go out to the left there. Eventually. Right about there. Go ahead, pick the wrench back up. Hopefully it's him that comes in. I've never had it screw up on me. But if it does, that's why you save beforehand. You got knocked out. Same thing with him. Pick up the, the lock pick, all that stuff. Snap his neck. And that's already 4 out of the 5 targets. This next part, this is all loosely based again on Mr. Freeze's playthrough. And the fact that I have this memorized like the back of my head is actually quite a miracle, to be quite honest with you. So we're going to run down this way, to the right, to the left, to the right again, to the left, to this guy here, that Speedo wearing guy. We're going to go ahead and go in the staff only section. Go ahead, pick up that lead pipe. Vault on over. It's going to say hostile because anytime you're dangling, it's hostile. Jump over here. Sure, go ahead, pick up the hammer. Now here's what's going to happen. Some more explaining. There's a fuse panel on our left there. We're going to do the same trick where we're going to turn it off and back on. One at a time, we're going to lure 2 technicians. We're going to dispose of them. And then we're going to walk up to our last target. We're going to send them flying to the floor and splatter. It's going to be an accidental kill. And then we're simply going to retrace our steps back and get the hell out of here. It's literally that simple. So go ahead and turn this off. Make sure that you turn it on immediately or both people are going to come. come on this side of the wall, hit the circle button if you're on PlayStation, switch over to, you know, like your camera, and then what you're going to do is spam the subdue button so that you pull them from around the corner. Make sure that you do not snap their neck, or you will ruin your playthrough. We're going to go ahead and stuff them in a box. We're going to repeat the same thing again. Like that. And back on again. Now she's going to come around the corner, spam the subdue button, a subdue from around the corner. Again, do not snap her neck. Be gentle, sentimental. Doing it in a Lincoln Continental. Snoop Dogg lyrics popped up in my head. If you want, for the fun of it, remember, use that save button. This isn't an escalation mission. Don't be a hero like Mr. Freeze. It's okay if you can't do it. Adios, muchachos! And we just push him over and look at our thing again. Now that we've successfully done that, you can even go ahead again and save it. That way if something goes wonky, reload. Now we're going to retrace our steps, which is going to be the interesting part because I'm not good at that. I watched Mr. Freeze's 12-minute video yesterday. There's no way in the blue holy pineapple I'm going to remember all of this, but so far, I'm doing okay. Again, we're going to retrace our steps. Same way we came down. This is where we were earlier when we first hit and took out our fourth target, right in there. For that split set. Now, see these people? See what just happened right there? But we didn't get spotted. If you kill one of these targets, by the way, you'll actually get another achievement. I actually want to talk to you about that right now, but notice how I still have the green notification, how they're all running off. Notice how I'm still in the green. I'm still a silent assassin, so I want to explain that to you really quick because it's really important. There's another achievement where if you eliminate a target while they're fleeing, you get an achievement, plain and simple. You get a challenge. But we've already done our 5 out of 5 that they want us to do, but there's technically 10 in here. Well, that's who else is running away, but then they end up coming back later. Something that Mr. Freeze doesn't tell you. And if you do end up running into them, I just proved it to you right now, we still have our green X, you know, the two guns crossing each other. So you don't have to worry about them clearly. Now, maybe on professional you do. I don't know. So don't get too cocky here. Crouch down and run. But we're not going to scale over the wall, you see, because now we're coming from the other side. By the time they would start reacting, it's going to be too late. They're going to be like, oh, okay. See? Watch. See? Absolutely nothing. And we've literally just ran back the way we came from. And I am so proud of the fact that I watched his video and I was able to memorize everything. That, to me, boggles my mind. I guess I'm not that brain dead after all. And then you'll see, even though I don't get the challenge achievement, because I've already done it, it'll still show you. I never switched outfits, so that's the suit-only part. And then right here, Silent Assassin. I think my record was like 8.5 minutes or something like that. Close to 9 minutes. But yeah. And there you have it. So again, after each kill, go ahead, save your game, you know? Like I said, that one where you throw the wrench to lure your fourth target in, that might not end up working out. something might go a little wonky, so you might have to improvise. Also, the guy with the disco ball, same thing with him. If you were too slow and he had already walked past it and gone to your right, did a little round there and comes back pretty quick, he'll come to the left right in front of you. You'll be like, oh my God, he's going to see me, and he'll start seeing you, but he'll just keep going. And then he's going to walk off to that little bar, and there's that other disco ball that I showed you. Well, then go ahead and shoot that one if you have to. And again, if you miss that one, once he's done picking up his drink, he's going to, for the third time or the second time, walk past the first disco ball you were supposed to get him at. So again, those are all those things that you have to adapt to, and you have to like improvise to the situation sometimes. So I'm kind of giving you a few different scenarios, and I'm sharing with you the extra information that when those guys start to run off, the other 5 suspects or ICA members, whatever you want to call them, that you don't have to worry about them blowing your cover. And I've already proven that to you in this video, and that you can go ahead and pop one of them if you want, or you can try and see if you can get another achievement. So there you have it. Hopefully this was helpful. 16-minute video. I would have rathered it be as long as my video, like the actual mission playthrough of 10 minutes, but I was just unable to do that. So as always, if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It greatly helps support the channel with the algorithm and making me more relevant in the search results when people are looking things up in general on the internet. I'm more likely to come up in their search results and not just PewDiePie and Markiplier and Jacksepticeye. And if you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. And I'll make sure that when you go in to push the guy over the edge, it's actually me, and I turn around and I give you a roundhouse kick in the side of the noggin, and I toss you over the railing. You go splat, they take you, they hide you in a box, and you gotta uninstall the game, you gotta buy it again, and you're gonna have to start from scratch. But if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally, we could probably work something out there, and if not, well, that's on you. And for the rest of you, thanks for stopping by, take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next video. Bye for now.